Please introduce yourself.
My name is Shelley Cooper. I have recently come to live on the farm Traveller's Rest, where the trust Retsogile is run from. I have many years working in corporate world, selling software for Oracle, but now I will be a farmer. And I'm 46. I have been living in South Africa my whole life, and for the last year and a half, I have been learning permaculture.
Okay. Oh, did you met Ken?
Yes. I saw an advertisement for a PDC, Permaculture Design course, and I wanted to do the course, so I phoned Ken and I came to visit him and say hello and talk about the PDC. And when I met him, I knew him. And I did the PDC in April. We did for 12 days in April. And after the PDC, I was going to move to a farm up in Mechubaskloof. But it wasn't right. I didn't feel happy with the decision. So I phoned Ken and I said, you need somebody, I need somewhere to be, how about we talk? And so that's how I met him. Yes, I like him because he has stories. I like stories.
And how is he for you? How is he for you? What about Ken?
Ken is, well, Ken was, because Ken is now passed, but Ken was a pioneer. This means he was one of the few people in the country to say, I receive much and now I give it all away. And that is a very big thing. So when I met him, I understood that was what he was doing. It is also what I have done. I stopped working, I come to live here, I gave everything away. My very few things I still kept. So I'm very grateful to him for making a decision to give the farm to the trust so we can use it to teach permaculture. Yeah.
Okay, and now your house is built.
Yes, I built a house. Well, I didn't build it. I paid somebody to build it. It's a wooden house, and because the wood here in this area, there is much wood. So it is a good thing to have a house from wood. And I built just a simple 6 meter by 6 meter house. So one room and no plumbing, no bathroom. And I must now, as permaculture teaches you, I will observe. I will see how much water I need. I will gather the water off the roof from the rain. I will see how much power I need because I have solar. I have brought solar. I put it today. So the solar, I have electricity now. And slowly I will add the kitchen and the bathroom. Just take time, like everything.
And what about Retsogile?
So last year in September, I went to live on a farm in the Free State, the farm where you will go to be. And they wanted to be a training company, a training center to teach people how to learn permaculture. But the people were very strict, and they were, all of them, they were Alcoholic Anonymous and NA. And for me, I didn't want to live a life of restriction. I want to be free. So that place was not for me for long term. So I decided to come here. And for me, Retsogile is the place where I can teach people how to grow food so that they don't have to be hungry, even the people in the valley down the bottom. And we can use the farm as a practice. So it is a wonderful thing. I don't feel like I need to own it. I'm very grateful that the farm is in the trust of Retsogile, and we can, as a community, we can work it. Yeah.
And what is the organization of Retsogile, the trust?
Yes. So it is a non-profit organization. So anybody who gives us money can get all the money back, all of it, from the government. So it is a free donation for them. And we have 6 or 5 trustees now. The 6 was Ken. And there are 4 places kept for the children. So Lina Letswalo is the farm manager. I will be the administration management of the trust from a business perspective. Melida Letswalo, who is Lina's daughter, will be fundraising. I will teach her how to do the fundraising. I will also be responsible for the training center and making sure we have students to come and learn, both PDC and the basic course that we will do for the local community. And then Ken's 2 children, Shanna and Kyle, are trust members as well. Shanna will do the finances, so invoicing and tax and all the things I don't want to do. And Kyle is no role, he's just a member. So.
And what is your aim, your purpose?
We have a goal to train 200 local people every year in the basic of permaculture, and 2 school projects every year where we go to the school and we make a vegetable garden in the school and we teach them how to grow food at the school for the school. We want to run 2 PDC every year, and we want to grow food for ourselves so we don't have to buy food. Well, most food. Some food we have to buy. We cannot grow maize here. The baboons will come and take it all. So we have to buy maize, but we want to grow all the vegetables we need and the eggs and those kind of things. And then we are planning to start in the new year 10-hectare commercial vegetable farm, organic.
For what?
To sell.
Yeah.
Commercial, yes. It's for money so that we can buy coffee or tea, sugar, things you can't grow.
There are also
Internet.
No, there are also trees, fruit trees.
Yes, there is an orchard above the house and below the house, but the orchard is old and nobody take care of the trees. So the plan will be to get somebody like my friend Vivienne to come and prune all the trees so that they can grow fruits again. But we have a plan for the farm, a permaculture design. It was done 1 year ago, 1 and a bit year ago, and the food forest is part of that because the trees are by themselves now. We must put under the trees all the nitrogen fixers and the smaller bushes and plants to have a proper food forest.
Okay, and what about Lina?
Yes, so Lina is, for many years, she was Ken's housekeeper. And Ken decided that she is intelligent and bright enough that she can be the one to be the trainer. So Lina was sent on a PDC and a PDC facilitators course, and she has now she can present. She presents all the all the basic permaculture course, and she runs this farm. She decides what we grow, where we grow. She looks after the staff, and so it is good for her now that we have less things for her to do in the house, because she cannot do it all. It's taking too much time for her.
It's normal.
Yes.
And what plantation do you have in the garden now?
What plants?
Yeah, what plants?
So mainly we have vegetables that we know sell, because we like to eat vegetables, but we also like a little bit of money. So a lot of cabbage and spinach, carrots, beetroot. We're growing chili. We're growing some peas now, thanks to the volunteers, you guys. And many things that you have added. Pumpkin. We will put sweet potato on the hugel bed. So there's going to be many vegetables, but mainly vegetables. This is not a farm for meat. Lina doesn't eat meat and I don't eat meat. So we have chickens for eggs, which is great, and we will mostly grow vegetables.
And what brought you to the permaculture? The transition?
When I was a little girl, my mother said to me, she bought a book, and it was Introduction to Permaculture. And I lived on a farm, my mother and my father and my sisters and me, we lived on a farm. We had chickens and cows and horses and vegetables, but we did farming in the old way, where you spray the crops to get the bugs and the weeds away. And my mother always said she wanted to learn permaculture. And now my mother is 70 and I am 46. And so when I decided to change my life, 2 years ago, I was at my office and I was very angry and very upset, and a big project had gone wrong. And I knew then, if I didn't leave, I was going to die from heart attack, because I was so stressed and so worried about this. So my friends and I had been talking that we will change our lives and we will go and grow our own food and live a life where we don't take from the earth anymore. Now we give back. So permaculture teaches you care for the earth, care for people, and fair share. So 2 years ago I started learning permaculture and I realized what it means. So that is why I now have solar system, and why I will harvest rainwater for my water, and I will grow the food that I eat, because I want to be healthy and strong and not old and fat anymore.
Okay. And awareness, it was awareness, the permaculture, you go, je crois que
Even Piper is laughing at me.
Okay, don't worry. I wrote awareness, but I forgot what is it. Awareness.
Conscience.
Yeah. It was the awareness, the change, the transition.
Yes.
Start.
So for me, yes, when I lived in Johannesburg, I had a lot of money, so I used a lot of electricity and a lot of water, and I buy a lot of clothes, and I not recycle, and I use chemicals, and slowly, for me it started with animals, because I started to look for product that was not tested on animals. And then I said, okay, so if it's not tested on animals, is it good for the earth?
Okay.
No, some of the product, it's not tested on animals, but it's chemical. So I change, and everything starts changing. And at my house in Johannesburg, I gather water, and I grow vegetables. Even in Johannesburg, I had pigs and chickens, and it changes you over time.
But your pigs, it's not for food.
No.
Yes.
No. The pigs will be for working. So to clear the land, because if you want to farm on land that has never been farmed, you must first take all the plants out, and that's what pigs are good for. And chickens.
Okay, and what about animals? Rescue stories. Your story with animals, with your dog.
So I have when I was in Johannesburg, I made friends with a lady who gets money for the shelter, for the animal shelters. And so I got involved, and I was volunteering to raise money for the dogs and the cats and the pigs. There's also a pig sanctuary in Johannesburg. And so slowly, the dogs come. You adopt one, and you adopt another, and then you adopt another, then you adopt another. So I believe in South Africa, and mostly in the third world, there are too many animals. Nobody sterilizes their animals, so they make many babies, and nobody feeds them, and they are suffering and dying. So I work to rescue them. These all he comes from Soweto, and he comes from Boksburg, from places where they have no life, and then I give them a life. And I have been helping with fundraising to get money to feed the animals that are in the shelters. And,
Do you want to adopt other animals?
No. No. We now have 12 dogs at the farm. It's a lot of dogs, and 4 cats, 5 cats. I think it's enough.
And 4 pigs.
Yes, there's 4 pigs now, and many chickens, and 1 piper. But no more adopting, but certainly I can help people to understand why they must sterilize their animals, and I know things. I can help them with their animals, how to teach them how to train their animal, because that's why a lot of people don't like animals. They are wild, they are crazy, but I can teach them also how to manage their animal.
Yeah. And I come back in the permaculture subject. And is permaculture news in South Africa?
It's not new. There are
Nose. Knee.
No.
Yeah.
Is it known?
Yeah.
No.
Permaculture.
Sorry.
A little bit.
Stop, Piper. Huh? Please.
Piper wants to be in the movie too.
Yeah.
Come,
No,
Piper, come.
but he laughs because I don't speak English very well.
So, not many people know permaculture in South Africa. The farming that is here is proper agriculture with GMO, much farming with GMO. It's terrible. The people in the city, they don't know what permaculture is, and they don't care. So there are people, there is definitely, I can see people are changing. But it's slow. It's very slow. And I think it's more slow than in Europe or because education is not so good here in South Africa. So, which is why we as Retsogile, we will train 10 times more local people than PDC, because we want to make sure that permaculture is available to even the one who lives in a small little house over there, not just to the people with a lot of money to pay for a PDC.
Yeah.
So those training that we do for the local people is free.
Yeah. Local people, it's the black people.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's the culture is really different. There are not too much contact between the two.
The culture locally is they know that they can grow food, but they think it's very expensive, and they think permaculture is for white people and very expensive. So we, in the 5-day training that Lena does for them, we teach them that you can do it with no money. You share seeds, right? So trading with seeds with your friends and your neighbors. We teach them how to keep water with swales, even to build a water tank if they want. We teach them how to make good compost and good soil, even if they have not good soil. So slowly you teach them to make organic farming in their backyard for free, without having to spend a lot of money.
There are other projects. There are other permaculture projects. Few in South Africa.
Yes. Permaculture mainly started in South Africa in the Cape, so in the bottom of the country. There are many projects in the Western Cape and the Eastern Cape. Many projects, much bigger than us. Up here we are. There's one here. There is one in Mpumalanga, which is where you are going near Nelspruit. There is one in the northwest, which is near Sun City, called Happy Toes, and now there is two in the Free State. But so yes, and in the Cape, many 20, 30 projects that I know of, that you can find permaculture going on.
The awareness about environment, is it changing for the spirit of local people and other people? It's changing slowly, maybe?
I think it's difficult to say, because the African people, because they have not had money and education for very long. Now they're getting money and education, and so they want the city. They want jobs and fast cars, but many of them that live here locally, who don't go to the city, those are the people we will teach. Because the young ones want to go to the city. Even Lena's daughter, the one daughter, Martha, she doesn't want to come to the farm. She wants to be in Pretoria or in Johannesburg. So I think the government is not good with the environment. I think the government is very bad with the environment. And I think many times it's because South Africa and Africa, our footprint on the climate change is small. We don't have so many greenhouse gases as China or America. So when you look at the table that says, are you bad to the environment as a country, South Africa is very low. We not have a lot of greenhouse gases and emissions and very high carbon footprint. Except We do. We use coal to make electricity. We don't use our water very well. The rivers are polluted by the mines. We have a lot of mining in this area and in Mpumalanga. The mining makes the rivers toxic, terrible with the water. So I don't think it's good. I think South Africa has a very long way to go.
Okay, is it a passion for you, the permaculture?
Yeah, for me, it's a way of life, right? Permaculture is not farming. It is about living your life fair, treating the earth, the people, the animals with respect and love. Even if you're going to eat that chicken, let the chicken grow up in a way that they do not suffer and they have a good life and they eat good food. And then when you are ready to eat that chicken, you kill it quickly so it doesn't suffer. You don't take it off the farm. So for me, permaculture has to start in your house. The products you use for your skin, for the products you use to wash your dishes, what you feed your animals, what you feed yourself. And then if you have extra, you share with everybody. So for me, it's not just farming. It is about my whole life. Everything that I do is impacted by permaculture.
Do you eat also organic, everything, or every food?
In the city, it's hard. You have to pay a lot of money for organic. Here, I prefer to eat from the farm, if we can. But because the garden has only been going 1 year, we don't have all the vegetables yet. So it's going to take some time to get all the vegetables. But we have friends here on the mountain who do grow other vegetables that we can buy vegetables from. For instance, next weekend we have a market in Heinertsburg where people will sell their vegetables and we will sell ours and then we can share. But for me, I want to change how I eat. When you're in the city, you eat fast. You eat whatever. You go to restaurants a lot. You eat. But here on the farm, I want to eat simple and organic always. Yes.
What is your other passion in your life? What do you love? What do you like?
So I like to walk a lot. When I was fit, I used to hike all the time in the mountains. I like to go birding. Yeah, so I know many birds by the sound and by sight. It is a passion of mine, and there are so many birds on this farm. It is beautiful. Of course, my animals are my passion, and my friends. I have beautiful friends, and my family. Yeah, my mother is alone now. She is coming to live on the farm as well. So tomorrow she is coming, and she will look maybe and see where she wants to put a house. And she's going to, by the end of the year, we are hoping she will come and live here as well.
Nice. And you said me also paint the picture.
Yes, I do paint. I also sew. I make a costume. And every year I go to Africa Burn. This is like Burning Man in America. We have, here in South Africa, we have Africa Burn. I'm involved, I volunteer, I teach people, I work at the event, and I make lots of costume and dress up. And yeah, so I have many different passions, from Africa Burn to animals to painting. I like to sew, the birds, yeah. I have to find time for all of that.
What is the importantest in the life for you?
Everybody who in this world wants to know that they make a difference. So me being here, it changes things for other people, right? I can help more people get training, learn how to grow their own food. So for me, I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave a mark that says I helped 200 families grow their own food and not suffer. You know, for me that's important. Yeah.
Okay.
And that I'm healthy. I want to be healthy as well.
Yeah, it's very important. Do you want to talk about something more? Do you want to say something more?
No, I think I'm good.
David, do you have a question? More?
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I think the last thing I want to say is that in Africa, Poiki, this is Poiki, it's only got 3 legs. In Africa, the people will teach you to take things slowly and to observe and not to be in a hurry. And I think for me that was a hard lesson, is to learn to not be in a hurry. And that when I look here at Retsogile and the work that needs to be done, not to be afraid, but to be excited. Because it will take a long time, but it's okay. Nothing has to happen overnight. We just have to be able to grow food, to feed ourselves, and to help train the people locally. But to be here now and not worried about the future. This is my goal. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
David?
Okay. Precious children. There we go. You are on TV. This is Diako.
Jaco. That's it.
Number 1 dog.
Yeah.
Number 1 dog.
Your, comment on dit, my favorite. Your favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, bye bye.